this streaming? Let's see. There we go. Streaming. Well. Close that then. Alright, let's start with this. I'm gonna mute this tab. Hello Jackson122. Alright, so this stream, after it comes out, it's completely possible that this stream will have comments disabled, and that's just because I'm a minor, and YouTube does not like minors on their platform. So just be prepared that after this stream comes out, there may be no way to comment on it after the fact. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you're unable to comment on the stream, that's why. Is just because I'm a minor. Hello, Party Sepe. I think there's a Minecraft song called Aria Math that was made this way. Fun fact, I cannot verify this right now, but apparently handpans are from Ukraine. Yeah, I remember you. stream. My opinion on Mac OS. I think Mac OS is bad in terms of usability, but I like the fact that it is a Unix-like operating system. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a professional or anything, but I have been playing it for about 2 months, maybe. The hardest part is learning how to hit the handpan correctly. Just practice. Admittedly, once you learn how to hit the handpan, it's not hard to make something that sounds good. something that I do find annoying is since this is a cheaper handpan, for whatever reason these top nipples seem to be out of tune on the cheaper ones. So like I can't really use this in a song other to end the song. Like it just sounds weird. to see is, I just realized DT is actually, he plays instruments. So I kind of want to send him an email, see if he wants to join. I wonder if there are other ways to contact him. Alright, I just sent an email to DistroTube asking if he wants to join the live stream. Yeah, the handpan is one of my favorite instruments for sure. What exactly does goat mean? I see that a lot, and apparently it's a compliment, but I don't understand what it means. You think so? I mean, I would disagree. I've only been playing the handpan for like 2 months. There are other people, like for example, there's this one guy called Ethereal in E, and he's really good. Maybe I'm the best Linux user who plays a handpan. I'm probably the only Linux user who plays a handpan. Though probably not, considering how much, like, this instrument is associated with hippies. And hippies are often the ones who don't like the government. instrument open source? I mean, you could just make your own handpan, I guess. I wonder how old this instrument is. I can actually look all this up real quick. Where was the first handpan created and when? The first handpan was created in Bern, Switzerland. Okay, so not Ukraine. When was the first handpan was created in the year 2000? Okay, so this is actually a newer instrument. That's really interesting. Huh. Alright. So this instrument is only 24 years old. I mean, I don't know the definition of open source for hardware. You could just make your own handpan. It's... I bet there's tutorials on how to make a handpan online. Though from what I understand, the reason handpans are so expensive is because they're really hard to make correctly. Like, this handpan was, $500, $1,000, something like that. It's not my handpan, but we have a tenant who lives on our property, and she's lending it to me because she has no idea how to play a handpan. But yeah, like, if you want a really, really good handpan, they're like $10,000. So definitely a very expensive instrument to get into. Is your handpan Gentoo Richard Stallman certified? Honestly, I don't know. I recently did some research into Stallman. Some people sent me videos and stuff. And, like, people who worked on GNU Savannah, there was this one guy who worked on GNU Savannah, and he just said that Richard Stallman was one of the most abusive people he has ever worked with. Another thing these cheaper handpans apparently suffer from is the higher notes are harder to get to make a sound. Like, I'm hitting these lower notes. Hear that? I'm hitting these higher notes like 3 times as hard just to get the same sound. And that's with the same flick. Flick of my finger. also thinking of getting really, really good at the handpan and making music for my video game with it. I need to give some more love to my video game. It's been been working on it for like 5 years. Nothing to show for it. Because I keep rewriting it, or I keep remaking stuff. I need to adopt the mentality that I just need to make stuff and then improve it later. That way I can actually get stuff done. That's what I did with Rebos. Rebos was really bad when it first came out because it only supported the native package manager, Flatpak, and Cargo. And there were macros to repeat syntax everywhere. What language are you writing it in? I'm using Rust, but I'm starting to agree with people that Rust is not... So Rust is a really good language in terms of, like, it's designed... Whoever designed Rust is an absolute frickin' genius. But whoever implemented Rust is a dumbass. Like, the official implementation of Rust is absolute garbage. But the language itself is really good. Like, whoever thought it'd be a good idea to make an internet connection a dependency of your project by essentially making it so your project has to download crates just to compile, that guy's a dumbass. Also, Rust dynamic linking is really janky. There's just a lot of issues with Rust. Binary sizes are huge. It only works well on things that are officially supported, so like, it only works well on Linux, macOS, and Windows. BSD is a bit flaky, and like, other operating systems like Haiku is just non-existent. You have the exceptions, like, for example, Redux OS, which is built in Rust, so it has good Rust support. And even on Linux, some distros have a really janky way of setting up Rust. I mean, you could specify local dependencies, but there's still the issue of, like, 99.9% of Rust projects don't do that. And I've tried to do that, and it's really painful. Rust literally makes it painful to vendor your dependencies, which is really annoying. Also, Rust doesn't have a very good build system. I have a guy in my Discord server who is really happy that the Mason build system is starting to be able to build Rust projects. Like, it can parse cargo.toml and stuff. I need to do more research into build systems, because from a cursory glance they look really cool. But I don't really understand why people prefer them so much. Because it essentially, like, the Mason build file feels like a fancy cargo.toml in a way. Like, is it because the Mason build file is Turing complete or something? There's this thing that I've been trying to practice where I can harmonize 2 notes with one hand. kind of hard. Actually, I'm, for those of you who didn't know, I am writing my own programming language because I'm so dissatisfied with the official implementation of Rust. The way my programming language is going to work is I'll be able to add as many complex syntactic sugar features as I want. Like, the language can be as complex as it wants, but then it will transpile into a simple language called neural, and neural is not supposed to be human readable. It's supposed to be really, really stupid simple to parse. And then anyone can just create a compiler for neural. This will have the benefit of making it so you're not locked into a compiler backend like LLVM. My microphone is being a little overloaded by the Handpan. I'm going to tune it down a little. I had a really cool idea. It was to build an alternative to the internet. Yeah, Zig is really good. I've tried Zig. I'm scared to use it in an official project, though, just because the thing with Zig is it's still an alpha, and apparently its syntax is still changing. And it's still not my cup of tea. Like, it's more like C. Like, I don't think it has tagged unions. It has structs and enums, obviously, but, like, I don't know. It's a really, really cool language. Definitely one of my favorites, but it is not doing it for me. In terms of, like, it's still changing, it's still developing. Also, like, Zig is very minimalistic. It won't add a lot of syntactic sugar. How did you get so good at Linux? I am new to it. Just switch to EndeavorOS reading. From Wiki gets confusing. Well, so I've been using Linux for about 5 years. And trust me, when I first started using Linux, I was pretty terrible. Like, terrible as in, I mean, I wasn't that dude who was, I did not start out by trying to install Photoshop or anything like that. I started out, downloading all my debs from the internet. Yeah, I know. Just really, it's like the #1 don't do when you use Linux is don't download stuff from the internet when you want to install something. Always use a package manager. And it goes farther than security too. When you use your package manager, your system is able to track that package installation. So, like, for example, when you update your system on Windows, the reason it only updates the operating system and not the software on the operating system is because the software is just installed from standalone exes that aren't tracked by Windows or any repositories. Whereas on Linux, if you install everything through a package manager, updating your system updates the system and everything installed on it. It also helps that most core components of the operating system are installed via the package manager. Also, package managers make it easy to manage things. Like, it's really hard to uninstall stuff on Windows sometimes. Because, like, it's not a standardized process. It's essentially up to the application if they want to uninstall easily or if you have to do something manually. Whereas on Linux, package managers are really good at tracking where files go and then removing those files when it's time for the app to leave. My advice is to just practice using Linux. Just, like, I got 2 people to switch over to Linux recently. And I've been holding their hand throughout the way, but eventually what I want to do is I want to let them discover things on their own, so then I don't have to help them use the system. They can eventually just know how to do things. Like, currently I still have to tell them how to install packages sometimes, but eventually I want them to be able to do all this stuff without me looking over their shoulder. Something you guys may have noticed is I'm not playing this side of the handpan, and that is because I'm not great with my left hand. Like, I'm trying to hit this. I also just don't like this profile of notes on this side. Nice occasional notes. Yeah, Aria Math, Minecraft song, I'm pretty sure is made on a handpan. It could be something else, though. Like, it could be a tongue drum of some kind. Oh yeah, Jack the Carpenter. There's a tool on Arch. It's called PackSeek. I recommend checking that out. I would learn terminal commands. Terminal commands are extremely important to like a really, really good workflow, but I recommend installing PackSeek. Check it out. It's basically a TUI based app store. I don't like the term app store, but when I talk the handpan reacts. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so it's not an app store. It's basically this handpan is throwing me off. It's essentially just a way to install Arch packages in your terminal. It's really, really cool. Check it out. Also, another thing you should check out if you just feel bored one day and want to watch something mesmerizing, check out ASCII Aquarium. You can also, my Rebos configuration, you can look in the configs directory in EndeavorOS and just look at all the packages I use if you want to check some stuff out. Rebos is that tool I made, which allows for NixOS like reproducibility. Well, see, I get this thing. People say it's not truly reproducible, but here's the thing. Rebos, if you want it to be reproducible, you could make it reproducible. You just have to specify package versions. So you can choose between repeatability and reproducibility. Oh, shoot. Alright, everything's okay. Let's play it like this, maybe. Smells like fish food back here. Also, there was this guy, this was a while ago, but he was basically asking me how to switch. He wanted me to teach him how to switch to Linux from scratch, and he's new to Linux. And he said he wanted me to teach him this because people are making fun of the distro he uses. And, like, I'd just like to say, that is gonna happen all the time. It doesn't matter what distro you use as long as it's not Ubuntu. Or like some other crapified distro. Like, don't use Linux FX, don't use Ubuntu. Use one of like the community-driven distros. It doesn't really matter what distro you use, just as long as it works and it's not crapified. For example, I'm not new to Linux. I've been using Linux for 5 years, and it wasn't until recently that I stopped using EndeavorOS. I still really like EndeavorOS. I just stopped using it because I needed something different. I needed something without systemd. I needed something that was a little more stable. I also just wanted to do some experimentation, so that's why I settled on Gentoo. I tried Void Linux for a little while, but there's a lot of issues with Void related to like dbus and stuff. Like, for example, Rofi on Void Linux just refuses to work because locales are like Void Linux doesn't configure locales correctly. But Gentoo has been amazing. Like, if you get really good at Linux and you want to have an amazing experience, try Gentoo. It's truly amazing. Binary packages now, so I can install Gentoo in like 2 hours because Gentoo has binary packages. So like I can tell Gentoo to pull down a binary package if there's a binary package available. I would still consider Gentoo a source-based distro, though, just because it only has binary packages for things that would take like 6 hours to build. Though, as soon as you change a use flag on that package, it's going to pull down the source package and try and build it. So, yeah. I guess that's why there are some packages that are still -bin versus just having a binary package available. Though I don't know. Because I think you can also specify many binary packages for different use flags of the same package. Like if you're My microphone, I can see my OBS, and my microphone is going into red territory. So I'm trying to be careful. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a little silent. Like -5 decibels. If you guys get a handpan and you try playing it, I will say, you have to learn how to hit it correctly. The trick is to hit it correctly, not hard. If you hit it correctly, you can make really loud sounds with the handpan. If you hit it hard, you can also make really loud sounds with the handpan. You'll just bend the metal over time and you'll make it go off tune. So hit it gently, but hit it correctly. Also, cool, there's also some neat ways to hit it. Like, for example, you can hit it normally, you can hit it in the center, and you can hit it here on the outside with your finger. And you can make some really cool sounds. My stomach is on the other one. Something that is nice about being a growing teenager is I do have some just like chub from growing. So something I can do is I can just hook the handpan on the underside of my stomach and it just stays. If I pull in my stomach, it gets unhooked. So I can just bump out my stomach a little, hook the handpan, and then just play. Also just me being, I like sugar. I made homemade sweet tea, and I learned that sweet tea is 3 parts tea to 1 part sugar. At least authentic southern USA sweet tea. I'm down in Austin, Texas. Shout out to anyone else in Texas. It's really hot here. It recently rained for like the first time in 5 months. Or not 5 months, but like it rains so infrequently here. It does not rain frequently here at all. I could use honey, but honey is... The thing with honey is it's completely different. Like, anything made with honey is just tastes different. It's not the same. I'm very particular about sweet tea. Me and my mom had a fight about... She wanted to put some hibiscus in it. I was like, no! No! That'd ruin the sweet tea! It'd still be really good. It just wouldn't be sweet tea. And I mean, I'm not unhealthy or anything like that. Both my parents are European, and I don't know if I should be saying this. Like, I don't want to get super political, but we're also out in the country, and we don't trust entities like the FDA, and we strongly believe, or at least me and my mom strongly believe, in the cabal and stuff. So I don't know if I should be saying that, but yeah. Also, I'd never consume refined sugar. If I put sugar into something, it's always cane juice crystals. Like, it's always cane sugar. I make kombucha, so I need cane sugar for that. By the way, I'm thinking of maybe starting like a second channel where I just post about life. Like a tutorial on how to make kombucha, stuff like that. Someone was actually saying that I should put honey in my kombucha, but let me just tell you something real quickly. Honey is actually antibacterial, and the whole point of kombucha is it has good bacteria in it. So, yeah, don't be putting honey in your kombucha. Please don't put honey in your kombucha. That completely bypasses the point of kombucha. The process for making kombucha is essentially you get a jar, you fill it up halfway with water. So, like, for example, I have this big glass jar that I fill up with 20 cups of water, and then I make really, really saturated black tea. So, like, this last batch I just made, I used Assam black tea. I made 5 cups of that tea. And then for every cup of tea, I mix a 1/4 cup of sugar. And it has to be white cane sugar. Like, it has to be cane juice crystals. It cannot be brown sugar or anything like that. It has to be white cane sugar. And then, like, granulated cane sugar, I don't know the term. The little crystals. You put that in the tea. So you're basically making sweet tea, actually. Yeah, you're making sweet tea. Actually, it's the same proportions as southern sweet tea. That's a cool coincidence. But yeah, 1/4 cup of sugar for every cup of tea. So in a 5 cups of tea, I put 1 cup and a 1/4 cup of sugar. And then I mix it together. So making sweet tea, and then I put that sweet tea in the water. So the water is in the jar already. I put the sweet tea in, and I drop the SCOBY in, which is like a rubbery disc. Believe it or not, that's not where all the bacteria is. It's where some of the bacteria is, but most of it is actually in the kombucha itself. The SCOBY is to just plug up holes to keep it from evaporating or spilling out. And then, yeah, once you put the SCOBY in, you put kombucha from the last batch, from the very top of the last batch. You pour that into the next batch, and that's how you make kombucha. And then you just let it ferment on the counter for about a week or 2. And then you just bottle it and enjoy. And when you do bottle it, you leave it on the counter in a closed bottle for a little longer to carbonate it, and then you just put it in the fridge. And you can also add flavors to the bottle. Hold on a second. Whale Tech. I just joined. I need context. Oh, yeah, I'm just playing the handpan and jabbering. Just talking about stuff. But I feel like I've seen... Holy crap. Yep. Whale Tech. I am actually subscribed to your channel. And I have bell notifications turned on. I knew I recognized you. Admittedly, I haven't binge watched your videos or anything, but I do recognize you. 100%. Like, I saw the name Whale Tech and I was like, hold on a second. I think that's a YouTube channel that I recognize. Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, good stuff. I would like to see some more Linux content on your channel, but the Linux content you have made is pretty good. Did you find out about, did you just find me by coincidence, or did you find me through a YouTube comment or something? That's one thing. If you guys want a challenge, so you can actually contact me on my Discord server. I'm actually one of the few people where if you ping me, that actually makes me happy. I like being pinged because that means I don't miss messages that are directed to me. So if you ping me with a message that's directed to me, I will pretty much always respond. And I have a fun challenge. If you use Discord, or some way else you can contact me, I also bridge my Discord with Matrix, so you can also use Element. Here's a fun challenge. Just go around YouTube and see if you can find YouTube comments that I have left. You'll probably find me everywhere. I have this saying, whenever people find me, I always say, I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Oh, nice. You found me on your recommended. Yeah, I think I have 5 videos which people have said have been blowing up on recommended. That being my Gentoo video, my NixOS videos, and there's 2 others. Right, the software I use, the video where I made the software I use, and the ultimate guide to ricing Wayland. Those are the 5 that I think have been blowing up on recommended, even if they are not the most viewed channels, the most viewed videos on my channel. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go soon. just to say I'll plan some more Linux content for the future. Oh yeah, that'd be great. You also seem to have a lot of really old laptops, something that the Linux community would, I'm guessing they would love to see, is something the Gentoo community loves, is watching people install Gentoo on really, really old laptops. Because Gentoo, you have to still, even though there are binary packages, you still have to compile a lot of stuff. And like, if you don't use binary packages, I guess that's better for content. But yeah, install Gentoo on like a really, really old netbook or something. Thank you. Yeah, I've been learning. Just whenever I'm bored, I play the Handpan or yeah. Also, to be perfectly honest, so I have autism, and I often make really, really annoying noises. Like, when I'm just out in my living room and, like, nothing's happening, I'll just start making really, really annoying noises. So I've also been using the Handpan to replace that, too. So I've gotten a lot of time to just play the Handpan over the last 2 months. Are you a real whale tech or just a regular whale with steroids? I don't understand that. Average Linux user. Yeah, other than being other than the fact that I am a straight white male who's not a furry, I think that, yeah, I am the average Linux user. Or maybe not, I don't know. I think the stereotypical Linux user is like furry and gay, but maybe the average Linux user is just like me, just random dude with autism. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely in the I think without a doubt I can say I'm definitely in the 1% of straight people in the Rust community, that's for sure. Like I'm still something I've been trying to understand is why the Rust programming language of all things has one of the most concentrated LGBTQ communities I've ever seen. Other than the Rust community being all about rewriting everything in Rust, easily some of the nicest programmers. Like, they're smart, they know what they're talking about, but they're not, like, C programmers, where, like, a lot of the C programmers I've talked to are just either elitist or just really old and grumpy. Mozilla corporate policy, I guess. Huh. Yeah. I'm probably gonna make some people mad with this, but honestly, Pride Month, like, I get it means a lot to people, but Pride Month, honestly, it feels like something invented by corporations just to be a cash grab. Like, it does not feel like it genuinely arose. But that's just my opinion. I don't mean LGBTQ propaganda. I mean, I will say that sometimes, like, it is kind of frightening how, like, I have friends who make simple jokes. Like, there's this guy who made a joke about binaries, just like Linux binaries. It barely, like, it did not sound LGBTQ at all. And then some non-binary moderator just got really mad at him and banned him from a Discord server. Actually, that's not the first time I've seen that same exact situation. There's a guy on Discord who made a joke about binaries, got banned for it. And I know a guy in real life who had that happen to him. It's kind of crazy. Maybe they're the same person. I just don't know it. I will say, just like, not to be offensive, but feedback for all my LGBTQ viewers, just some feedback, is us people who are not LGBTQ, something we do find kind of annoying is the constant, insistent pushing of LGBTQ. Like, I get it. You guys are a minority and you guys are different, but it gets really, really annoying when you guys start pushing about it. Like, there was a guy who got really mad at me because I refused to make the server icon on Discord something like LGBTQ. Isn't a DM, sadly, so I didn't get to see drama unfold in the general chat, but yeah, there was a guy who's like angrily DMing me, just like, hey, why isn't your server icon rainbow? I was saying to him, dude, I don't want to do that. Like, when Christmas comes, I may put a Santa hat on my server icon, I don't know, but I don't celebrate Pride Month, so I don't plan on doing that. I don't see a point in celebrating Pride Month if I'm not even LGBTQ. Some people make their being gay their personality rather than being a normal part of human like it is. Yeah, that's another thing I don't get is, why would you make your sexuality part of your personality? I mean, it's not great wording, but essentially, like, I don't broadcast to people unless, like, it specifically is part of the context. Like, I don't go out in public and I don't hold up a sign saying, hey, look at me, I'm straight. Like, I keep that stuff either to myself or I say it when it's, like, appropriate to the context. I don't understand. Like, if you're gay, cool, good for you, but I don't know, just keep it to yourself. Or bring it out when, like, the situation asks for it. Don't just broadcast it. That's why, like, it feels a little weird when, like, I'll see a gay parade or something. Like, I can't remember where I went, but I saw a gay parade. Off in the distance. I'm probably the only one who remembers it. Because it was so long ago, too. It's like, what? My notion of time is really off, but It was like when I was 8 years old or something. Okay, I'm 15 now, so that's 7 years ago. Holy crap. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not great with time. Alright, I think I'm gonna go now. I will leave you with the fun fact, though. This muscle right here, my lighting is not very good, but anywho, this muscle right here, when I like flex my chin like this muscle is just attached to your skin. So you're just pulling your skin. Your muscle is directly embedded in your skin. That might gross some of you out, but anywho, I gotta go. This was fun. I might do this again just because it's fun and also relaxing for me and hopefully for you guys too. And it's also just great filler content. Because I do not like seeing that my channel has like a month between each upload. I'm not exactly able to upload every day either. Good stream. Thanks, bro. Have a good day. Yeah, all of you, have a good day. I hope this calmed you down, in case you're stressed or something like that. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed and have a great day. See ya. Also, just one last reminder, after the stream, comments might be disabled, not by me, but by YouTube. Just because YouTube does not like minors. So, alright, see you guys. Bye.